Welcome to the new Kaohsiung Circular Light Rail Line. Let's hop on board and see what Kaohsiung's newest transportation system has to offer. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davies. Welcome back to another video here on my channel. And today I've got something interesting that I wanted to do for a very long time. As you can see, I'm standing here in Kaohsiung, and this is what they call the brand new Circular Light Rail Line. This has been under construction, I believe, since 2013. Various portions of it have been opened before, but ever since January 1st, 2024, this year, the entire Circular Light Rail Line is fully operational. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna hop on this train right here and take it basically the entire loop. So I wanna know what it's like riding the new light rail all through Kaohsiung City, and I'm gonna take you guys along for the journey. And I will be updating you about my experience, whether I like it or not, how efficient it seems to be, and I will be happy to share everything with you guys. So let's just wait for the next train to come. Oh. Okay, that was fast. Wow. So we didn't really wait very long, just a couple of minutes, right? So Evelyn has already pointed out that this is exactly the same as a rail line she used to ride in Gold Coast, Australia. I bet you if we did some research, we would probably find out that perhaps they're made by the same company. It's cold outside, but it's surprisingly warm in the train. So one thing I did want to do is that I actually wanted to time how long it takes to complete one full circuit on the LRT line here. So I'm going to start the timer. When we get back to the original station, I will see how much time has elapsed. A friend of mine told me it takes about 90 minutes, an hour and a half, and there are 38 stations all told, all throughout the city. As someone who's been living in Kaohsiung throughout the entire building process, I can tell you that at times it has been annoying. They would shut down entire streets. There would be detours, roadblocks for many, many months on end. So just the fact that it's finally finished is something that I think everyone in Kaohsiung can feel relieved about, because there will be no more traffic disruptions, and supposedly they have a daily ridership of 10,000 people on this line. So hopefully that will also help to relieve and reduce the traffic in Kaohsiung. So the construction began in 2013. That's when they started to lay down the first tracks of the light rail, and the entire cost of the project was around 16.5 billion NT. That's about $500 million US for 38 stops and about 22 kilometers of track all throughout Kaohsiung. So, I mean, actually less than $1 billion, $500 million. I think something like this in Canada or America, the cost would be much, much higher. Maybe the labor and the insurance and the construction materials back in Canada are quite a bit more expensive. So it's really nice to see here in Taiwan, maybe things run a little bit more efficiently in terms of construction projects, and it's just nice to see it finished finally. One of the things that really strikes me about the train is how clean it is, and you can just tell it is brand new. There aren't any scratches or scuffs or dents or anything like that. The seats look really clean, and everything is bright, it's warm. I should mention right now, from January 1st to halfway through February, it is free. So anybody can hop on the light rail if they want to and test it out for yourself. So maybe that's a good motivation to try it out and get used to using it, see where all the stops and stations are. I mean, that's pretty rare, I think, that you could just hop on a beautiful new LRT train like this without paying any money. So I think that's another thing that Taiwan does really well, is they really do try to promote their own projects, their own transportation services, and so far it's been a really smooth, comfortable ride. I'm really enjoying this. And we started over on Bo-Ai Road, and we're already getting down to the harbor area. We're heading south, I believe. I just read that each of these cars can actually hold about 250 people. That includes standing room, and I can tell it is quite spacious. There's lots of seats, lots of chairs, nice big wide doors, and as I said, probably even during rush hour, this would be very, very spacious, enough for a bunch of high school students or what have you. One of the things that I really like that I didn't expect is this is actually a really nice way to see Kaohsiung. Because we're not on the main roads, especially here on this track, you can actually see these little neighborhoods that you would never normally see if you were driving. And I believe this section of the rail track it actually used to be the old train tracks before they put all the train tracks underground in Kaohsiung. So it's nice to see that the LRT is actually taking advantage of the old railway. And of course it wouldn't be Taiwan unless they made everything as cutesy as possible. So it looks like maybe these are Kaohsiung light rail girls, possibly the mascots for the light rail line here. Okay, we're already actually at Pier 2, which surprised me because from way up where we started, we took the Heart of Love River stop. That's where we got on the train, and we're already at Pier 2, which even by scooter, that would be quite a drive. And so far, let me check, we have been on the train for 22 minutes. I would say from where we took it to here by scooter would be at least 15 or 20 minutes. So it is definitely not slow. It seems to be moving along at a pretty good pace. It hasn't really felt like we've been stuck at too many red lights or anything like that. I've heard a few people complain that it's a bit slow, but I don't know. My experience today is I think we're zipping along quite nicely. Wow, this is such a great way to see the city. And now we're already at the concert center and we're gonna approach the 85 building pretty soon. So just in about 25 minutes. I'm actually surprised how fast this is. Okay, so I'm just on the Kaohsiung Light Rail website and I've got a couple interesting facts for you guys. So far there have been 0 incidents and there are 1.1 million kilometers between failures. Seems to be working quite nicely. It's a 99.89 punctuality rate, and the train speed is up to 35 kilometers an hour. So all that looks pretty good to me. So one feature that I really like is the doors don't open automatically. So if I wanted to leave right now, I press the green button and then it will open up. So I think that's a really efficient way to keep the heat inside, or of course in the summer, keep the AC inside the train. So I would imagine that this is a very good energy saving system. Oh, I know where we are. It's the 85. So we are at the southernmost point on the track, and this is definitely somewhere in Kaohsiung that I have not spent a lot of time, down in the depths of southern Kaohsiung. And that kind of got me thinking, if I was just new to Kaohsiung or if I was a tourist, the first thing I would do is hop on this LRT line because, you know, the MRT underground is one thing, but it doesn't give you a chance to see the city. But this has been such a nice ride, and these huge, big windows give you a really great chance to get to know the city, perhaps see some neighborhoods that you didn't really know were there, and definitely hits up a lot of the major tourist spots. I really have no idea where we are. All I know is we're in super south Kaohsiung, and it said the next stop is going to be the LRT depot. So maybe that's where all these trains live or go to sleep. So you can hear the language. It is Mandarin, Taiwanese, English, and Hakka. I believe that we are about to get off. We've completed the entire loop, and the last station will be the one that we got on the train on. All right, back where we started, and the good old price of $0. Okay, we are back here at the Heart of Love River Station. Officially made the entire loop, and let me check the time. Okay, exactly 1 hour and a half. So if you're gonna do that whole loop, judge about 90 minutes for the entire journey. And I have to say, I am really impressed with that train. So clean, so efficient, much faster actually than I thought it was going to be. I thought we'd have to wait for a bunch of red lights, considering it does go right through the heart of Kaohsiung, but it didn't feel like that at all. Did make a lot of stops, but there are 38 different stations. So probably no matter where you wanna go in Kaohsiung, you're gonna hop on this and it'll be able to take you at least to the destination or at least to an MRT line, because you can transfer to the underground subway and a few of the train stations as well. So really amazed, impressed. I'm happy that they finally got it done. And as I said on the train, that is just such a lovely way to see Kaohsiung, especially if you're new here, a tourist, or if you just want to take 90 minutes and do some sightseeing. Yeah, really enjoyed that train. So I highly encourage all of you, come over here to Kaohsiung, and it is free until February 26th. I think you really have nothing to lose. You're really gonna like that train ride all around some of the nicest spots in Kaohsiung City. All right, everybody, hope you enjoyed the video. Do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, Evelyn.